Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and here we have a new Trivisa knife. And we're going to take a quick look at this and go through it and, see what I think for my first impressions. So, first off, we have D2 steel, coated D2. It looks like a stone-washed coating, which is nice. I'd rather it be stone-washed than not. It is locked up, rock solid, no play, any directions. I do like to see that. Clip point blade has a little bit of curvature up, but not much, so it's going to be pretty decent for utility cuts. So it's not going to have a dramatic amount of belly to where you can't use the tip. You can definitely still use the tip of this, which is nice. The G10 is multicolored, and it has this texturing on it, heavy texturing on it, which is nice in the hand. It feels really good in the hand, and it does offer some traction. Now, the action, good access to the lock bar. The lock bar is easy to disengage. Nice and comfortable to disengage. The detent is nice and early, so you're past the detent when you do disengage it. And when you fire it off, or when you flip it, you do have a little bit of jimping on the flipper tab. It is sharp. It has not in a bad way, but it's sharp enough to where it grips you back. Nice break, although I can easily fail it. So but with any effort at all, it will fly. So I do have to intentionally try to fail it. So, but it is pretty easy to fail. It'd be nice if it was just a little tiny bit stronger. Now, I do think that is going to improve over the next 100 flips, because the detent is going to break in. As you can see, there's a detent track right there. You see the little track down there? That's the detent ball riding on the blade, and then you see the hole. That's where the detent on the lock bar falls into the blade, locking it in place, preventing it from opening until you break it out. So as that breaks in, I think this is just going to get better and better with the action. And the action's good, so you wouldn't fail it unless you intentionally tried. Very smooth on the drop, and that's probably just going to get better and better too, the more the detent ball breaks in. So very, very smooth. Centering is a little off to the left. Not by much, just a little bit. So it's almost centered. But it is rock solid. The stop pin, nice big stop pin, and we do have a shouldered lockup around the stop pin. Now in the closed position, it hits in a nice spot right there. So the clip is deep carry, but it does have the button screws. But the clip is not bad in the hand. It is still nice and comfortable in the hand. It does not bother me whatsoever. So that's nice. I don't feel it shifting or anything like that. Now, let's talk about some negative things. So, a couple negative things. One, sharpening choil. The sharpening choil is non-existent. They put the plunge grind right to the edge. I would rather see a nice sharpening choil where the plunge grind is away from the edge, because when I go to sharpen this, it is going to make a smile there. It's going to sharpen into the plunge grind, and it's going to mess this area up, especially because it is a little bit more of a robust grind. This is not a thin grind. It's a pretty thick blade stock, and it's a relatively thick grind. Now, yes, that's going to make it more robust. It's going to make it a little bit tougher, but when I go to sharpen it, when I want to lower my angle in order to get better cutting performance out of the blade, my edge bevel is going to be bigger because it's thicker. Since it's thicker behind the edge, if I drop the angle down, the sharpening bevel down to 17 degrees per side, it's going to be a nice big edge bevel, which will look really good, especially on this nice black blade, but it's going to bring the edge bevel back to here, and it's going to cut into the choil. So I'd rather see that cleaned up a little bit. Next thing, the button screws. That doesn't look like they give you a lot of room when you slide your pants in. That the button screws might prevent, I haven't put it in my pocket yet, I just opened it up, but it might get in the way of some jeans or some thicker pockets. So, you know, flat screws would be nice to see. It does look like it's slightly inset. No, it is inset. So that's nice to see. I like to see the clip inset. So that's cool. But I wish the screws were flat. Not reversible, which is fine. I like seeing T8s. We have T8 hardware all the way around except for the clip. So the clip has T6s, but the body screws are T8s. So that's really good. We do have some weight relieving on the inside. But all in all, pretty good. I mean, it feels like a good quality budget knife. I do, you know, would like to see those couple things tuned up, but, you know, this is a very affordable knife. So, and, you know, it feels like it's really good quality too. And, you know, like I said, it feels like a knife that over 100 flips is just going to get better and better. And it's already really good out of the box. Like, I just, you know, every knife breaks in a little bit. So when it's really good out of the box, then you know, like, you know, it's just going to get really, really good. Now, one more thing really quick. So we have the QC card. So this is cool. I like seeing a QC card. It shows that in order for this thing to end up in the box and get sent out, they need a quality control pass. Cool, right? Now, the problem I have with this is that they messed up the lettering. Like you see, it goes, after tests, all test results of this product are in line with standards requirements. The inspection is. Inspection is. It's supposed to be inspection space is. And then the product is qualified for delivery instead of for delivery. So there's supposed to be a space in between there. Is it that big of a deal? No. But it makes you feel good if the quality control pass, you know, at least was overlooked before they made however many they made. Because then it makes you feel better about whether or not this actually had a quality control check. You know what I mean? So not that big of a deal, but it'd be nice to see that fixed on the card. They do give you nice packaging. They have a really nice pouch with a hank or a knife wipe. It does come in a really nice box. So you have a 2-layer box and then a sleeve that goes over the top. So very cool. Very nice packaging. But yeah. There you guys go. Just a quick look at this knife. And yeah, the action does feel like it's just getting better and better. Maybe I'm just getting more used to it, but very, very cool. But there you guys go. Just a quick look. Love you guys. Peace.